Oh, damn, man. Did you get this table like this, or did y'all put some liquid on there?
I mean, it's been like that the entire time I've been here, so don't go pointing fingers.
You think she had an ex that did it? Or you think it was her? Or you think she bought it?
Probably.
Eric's lover's coffee table. Eric's roommate.
This is fascinating. There's a watermark on the table. Jesus, man.
Hey, man, you just pull a thread. Next thing you know, you fucked up a whole.
This is a real driveway moment right here. Water stain.
That is. I do think
Jesus, I hope the pork loin doesn't defrost. I got to see the end of this.
Number 3, cereal. Number 2, that WTF podcast episode where Mark Maron and Louis C.K. cry. And number 1, what do you think?
Ex-boyfriend?
If you had to guess.
The girlfriend? Or is Eric lying?
Previous owner. Ooh, I didn't even think about lying.
That's the driveway moment.
Wow, that would be a wild twist. I would listen to that if at the end of this episode your girlfriend came in and was like, hey, where is that?
Thanks for finally using a fucking coaster.
Yeah, and then I was like, what? And then in episode 2, we find out it's about something else.
Yeah.
I listened to a podcast once where it was a...
She's just happy. She thought we went to a theme park together.
What?
Thanks for finally using a coaster.
Thanks for finally using a coaster. And I'm like, whoa. And then next week you tune in and she's like, because otherwise that trip to Kings Island would have been boring.
What are you going to do? Just get a turkey leg and leave?
Yeah. I mean, people are always like, oh, roller coasters are scary. And it's like, yeah, but so are Ferris wheels. So are a lot of the rides.
I think Ferris wheels are almost scary.
I think those swings are pretty scary.
Those swings are very scary.
The Ferris wheel always scares me because it's like, what if we get stuck up there?
Yeah.
And then the park is going to be like, all right, everybody climb down. And then that's what's most scary to me.
I am not.
I do not want to have to climb down.
What am I, Alex Honnold over
They're
here?
getting yelled at. They're going to climb down. We got to get to the next county.
Although it might be cool if they break out that like the inflatable pad thing that you jump onto.
I don't think that's real.
I think it's real.
Because if that was real, why isn't that a place you can go to in the mall?
I mean, they do have those like jump zones.
Yeah, but not from real high up.
I don't know. How high can you jump?
That'd be cool. You buy an old big hotel that's like 12 stories. You're like, I know what I'm doing with one part of it.
Bounce.
Everything else, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like the 13th floor is unlucky, so I turned it into a bounce zone.
Yeah, why don't they have that at City Museum?
A bounce zone?
A big alley where it's an inflatable, and then you can just commit suicide in an alley.
Yeah, just kill yourself.
And everyone, they fuck up and they forget that people can jump across.
Yeah.
So they just keep hitting the other side of the brick, but like they're just ricocheting between but hey, then they hit a big comfy inflatable.
Yeah.
And whoever has been on there before them shoots up into the air.
Whoa, double jump.
Double jump.
I was always afraid of the double jump.
People are just ashing cigarettes out of the window.
Oh my god.
No, man, because you got to figure, because we all know trampoline started because it was originally in the firefighters.
Yeah.
To save people.
That's how trampoline started.
And then people kept lighting fires.
So they could jump on the trampoline.
They could jump on the big...
Big bounce.
Big bounce tarp. And then eventually some firefighter was like, look, I've got 2 ideas for a business, Pops. A sub-chain or, you know how when people jump out of tall buildings, we catch them in those big, like, tarps?
Yeah.
I got an idea for those for people's kids.
You tell me I can get free cap of coal? Fuck this bounce shit.
No, for some reason they went the bounce idea first. And then it wasn't until like the late 90s we got Firehouse Subs.
Was it founded by firemen, for real?
That'd be so funny if it wasn't. It was the guys who made Outback Steakhouse.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They're like, I've got the next best theme.
Firemen.
Firemen. To go firemen.
We're going to get Who Loves Subs, fat dudes. Who else?
Yeah, why isn't it like teachers sandwich shop?
None of our proceeds go
Teachers
to...
subs. Are you looking up if Firehouse Subs is owned by firefighters?
Yes, of course.
What
What
it?
is the best sub at Firehouse Sub?
That's all. What is the best?
Can you
sub?
eat Firehouse? When...
Someone reposted this.
Oh my god.
Hey, warning everybody! There is a bad
Bad batch of cocaine.
warning!
in
Exclamation!
Morgantown, West Virginia.
I saw this on Instagram, and now I saw someone else reshare it.
Well, it's an important point to
Exclamation
make.
point! Exclamation point! Warning! Exclamation! Which that's kind of racist. You have a cocaine message. You're like, let's put it in the Hispanic style. Punctuation before and after.
So, people also, I just put in Firehouse Subs. There's a question here. Can you eat Firehouse when pregnant?
Why wouldn't you be able to?
Oh, avoid eating hot dogs, lunch meats, cold cuts, other deli meats.
Oh, because that makes
Unless
sense.
they are heated too. So just get it toasted. Quit being a bitch.
Oh, if they're heated, you can have them.
Well, if you cook it. It's like, I'm sure you can. Can you eat? You're not supposed to eat sushi, but
So
can
if
you
you're
eat
like
fish?
if you're like a pregnant woman, someone's like, "Hey, that hot dog's Luke Temp."
Luke Temp.
Slap that out of their hand.
Luke Temp.
Yeah, it's the temperature of my friend Luke. 98 degrees. Healthy human.
I don't know. I'm not seeing a whole
Who do
lot
you
of...
like, Luke? Mark? Matthew?
Job.
John? Joe wasn't one of the four, man.
I know.
You probably would be like, I like John. And it's like, yeah, poser. We pretend, yeah. I like the deep one.
It was
Yeah.
started by firefighters.
Yeah. Imagine you're like, you pay, you prepay.
Yeah.
They probably over time realize that people have to pay when they get the sub.
Yeah.
Because this probably would happen. You come in, you're like, yeah, I'll take 4 Italian subs. And
Yeah.
the guy charges your card, starts making them. Woo, woo, woo. I'm sorry, I can only give you half of the one sub.
I can only give you... Here's just... You know what? You stay here.
You stay here. I'll be back in 4 hours, God willing.
God willing.
'Cause you never
Pray
know.
for me.
Yeah. Then eventually they're like, all right, well, you pay when you get it.
Yeah.
So then a lot of people walk in and they're like, I'll have a tuna and he'll have an Italian. Woo, woo. All right, that's fine. We'll come back tomorrow.
I'll be here tomorrow, bright and early.
Yeah, that's all right.
Who's fighting fires at 6:30
We'll
in
go
the
next
morning?
door to the policeman's sub shop.
To the policeman's to the policeman's Stromboli joint.
Yeah. We'll go next door to the gardener's taco stand. That was more offensive than I intended.
What about the ACAB Deli, and it's owned by firefighters, cops?
Yeah. What if it's the ACAB Deli? It's a pork place. Like it's like a barbecue
it.
pork place that's like in the back of Magbar.
Yeah, there you go.
Called the ACAB fucking.
Yeah. Oh.
It's the pig roast.
Yeah. The ACAB pig roast
The pig roast.
at the.
You know. All right. So we started yet?
I don't know. I hope not.
So what you been up to? You been off? You just hanging these days?
Yeah, just hanging.
And you're getting strong too.
I know. I got
for
pretty
all that
ripped.
hanging.
I got pretty ripped.
Eric's been doing that thing where you go up to door frames
And you just hang.
and you just go check out my grip.
Yeah, you just put one finger on both.
And then people are like, yeah, the drywall's very stressed. Can you stop doing that?
Check this out.
I rent this place.
Yeah. Eric, that was the last door.
What the fuck, man?
But I'm ripped.
Now my cat's going to be able to jump through that gap you created.
I don't want him coming in here and fucking
Yeah.
stealing the breath out of my mouth.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Isn't that a thing cats do?
No.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Did you read like children's COVID like conspiracy stuff?
COVID
It's not COVID. It's
conspiracies
a cat
for
that comes in
babies.
and takes the breath out of your mouth.
Why does the kid have to have a lisp?
No, he doesn't have a lisp. He just talks like a child. All
think-
children talk like this. Somebody weaked it. You did. You weaked it.
Cats do not have the supernatural ability to steal breath from an infant.
Oh, it's from an infant.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that makes more sense. You didn't say infant.
I didn't know.
You made me, I would slap a cat out of my fucking face. That makes sense if it's a baby. Babies must be freaked out by cats. Because you're a baby and you're like, I came out of the womb. And you're like, all right, well, I guess this world is me in giant things with claws.
And this giant clawed beast.
And then slowly you're like, never mind. That ended up being way less of a thing than I thought.
I thought that was going to be a huge problem.
I thought I would just it'd be me and giant beasts with tails everywhere I looked.
But thank God. Also, thank God I met one of the other big ones. Those guys are cool.
That's probably why people are like, oh, cavemen and dinosaurs coexisted. It's just people misremembering that when they were like a baby, a dog licked them in the face. So they're like, I think humans and big giant mammoths used to go.
Their neighbor had a canary.
Yeah. Like, I saw a giant bird. It's in the evolutionary brain from my ancestors. We saw a giant bird.
Yeah, it's like when you see those kids in strollers at the zoo.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my God.
Even how people are like, giants used to exist.
Yeah.
It's like, no. The tribes of Israel were babies.
Yeah, there's just...
Goliath was just a grown man.
Yeah, and...
Goliath was 15.
Yeah.
And the story
And
took
David
place
was
at a
5.
daycare.
Yeah.
Whoa, we're on too close to the truth, man. An
Fucking
ambulance is
coming for us.
coming by.
Pick us up for getting too close to the truth.
Hey, step away from the truth.
No, man, I don't do jack shit, man. That Xbox really has ruined my life.
I tried to spin around, but I just do too much.
I just sit around and fucking...
What games you play? What's your gaming?
Ah, it's embarrassing. I just play Halo all
Math
day.
Blaster 2.
I just play Halo all
You play
day.
Halo 1?
No.
Or the new one. They
There's
got a
a
new
newer
one.
one.
Master Chef.
It's the only one that'll work.
It's the only one that'll work. Oh, because everything else is turned off.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Because it's not like you go play this is a 1980 edition of Sorry. And they're like, God, these cards
Shit.
disintegrated.
They're all falling apart. I tried to put my red piece in and it just fell apart.
Oh, that edition of Monopoly uses 80s math, so it's
No,
no good.
Yeah, all the Monopoly that doesn't use Common Core has to get thrown out.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Is that like the future of board games? They're like Catan self-destructs after 10 years. You gotta buy a new one.
Klaus Nomi or whatever the hell his name
Klaus
was.
Nomi, no, you're right. Him and David Bowie created Catan.
Oh yeah, what's the real guy's name?
Klaus Vorman. No, why are the only famous people named Klaus musicians?
I don't know.
Or the Klinsky? Or I guess there's a lot.
There's more.
Well, what is his name? Klaus Tubler.
Klaus Tubler.
And I just want people to know I don't have a laptop in front of
true.
me. Hey, your girlfriend's coming back.
Is she really?
Where'd she go?
She was walking to the library.
She said she was going to use the back door.
She might still be.
Oh.
This
This is an exciting episode.
I gotta get a life again.
What door is?
I gotta really get a life again.
Hey, this is a water stain. What's the 411 on this?
No, man, Klaus Nomi sucks. You down with that opinion?
No, yeah, I'm down. That's a 30 Rock joke I didn't get till this viewing. Was when Dr. Spaceman, someone's having a diabetic attack.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What's the number for the hospital? Is it 911 or 411?" And then, in my mind, that's the end of that joke.
Yeah.
But then it shows him on the phone, and he goes, "New York City, I guess diabetes repair," which means he in fact dialed 411. But I never got. I just thought that's a funny way to talk to the 911 operator. That's a funny two separate jokes.
I don't know what either of those things has to do with Klaus Nomi.
Oh, because you know me, man. I'm always laughing at jokes.
I feel like Klaus Nomi is just like, David Bowie had a cool life because anything that he said was cool, everybody else just went along with it.
No, Klaus Nomi's proof that you really need to be a sexy rock star. Because David Bowie's like, oh, wear a Tin Man suit and sing about space. And then Klaus Nomi's like, check me out.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it too.
I'll figure this out.
I'll be weird too. Like, people forget Pee Wee Herman even. He was hot. He's pretty hot.
Pretty sexy.
Like, you picture just like Dan Aykroyd dressed as Pee Wee Herman. That's not working.
That's not working at all.
Picture Adam Ant, but he weighs 200 pounds.
Ooh.
Not fat, not just like, what? That's not a good look, Adam. Maybe take off that eye patch.
Yeah. Johnny Thunders, but he won't take off his fucking suspenders and fedora. And
Johnny Thunders, but he's known for eating too many hot dogs.
he's just
like, goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh man, this guy's a sexy, right? Like, they're like, oh, Johnny Depp's so sexy with his pirate look. But when I dress like that,
when I throw a bunch of scarves on,
when I imitate Keith Richards on the set of Disney films, I get kicked out of heavyweights.
I'm getting into the room.
I'm in the row. They're like, you're supposed to be a child. God, Heavyweights was a good movie.
No, it wasn't.
You know what? Yeah, it was. You didn't like that one?
I mean, I haven't seen it since I was a child, but you know
should
what?
rewatch it. It's good.
I'm going to say no. Is that
It's
the one
great.
with Meryl Streep and
You're thinking of Mamma
Daniel
Mia.
Craig?
Now I don't know what you're thinking of. Mamma Mia 2?
I forgot that Meryl Streep isn't in any of the Glass Onion movies for a second.
Oh, she's not?
No, seems like she should be, right?
Yeah. Seems like she's going to be in the third one. That's the bad one.
No, it'll never be bad.
Just star in the bad one. I like how everyone's now like, yeah, we're haunting in Venice.
Yeah, I know. Everything is just like weird murder.
Dude, imagine if you're Agatha Christie's great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter. You must be making so much money right now. I don't know how old Agatha Christie is.
She probably has a great granddaughter. I think you added a lot of. She wasn't writing this on cave walls.
It's her and Shakespeare, right? They're the two big ones. Who house done it?
10 little. All right.
Thine pearls have disappeared. Nah, man, Agatha Christie, she's like, wasn't she the old black lady from that photo of the 5 generations of proud black women?
Yes.
The oldest one's Agatha Christie.
Yes.
I want to know who did the murder.
Who done?
I want to know.
This is the worst episode ever.
I want to know.
Boring and racist.
I'm trying to find out who done it. It's a who done it.
Who done it?
Wait, what are they called? Who did it?
Who done it?
No, they are called.
Yeah, they are called Who Done It. Yeah.
Maybe I'm honest about Agatha Christie.
Who done it?
Who done it? Ooh, I want to know who done it. Who did it?
Who done it?
That seems like that should be like a 90s prank. It's some like Harvard guy is like, I wrote a series of whodunits where I pretend to be a black woman solving crimes with ghetto knowledge.
Street knowledge.
Cynthia Pyrex. And Cynthia spelled crazy.
No, you wouldn't believe it. It's an X and a Z.
Some guy in an ascot winning the Nobel Prize for literature. So who did it?
I'm glad my work has finally been appreciated.
2 years later, the work of Blackie P. Mystery, parentheses, Alexander Van Winkle III. has been canceled.
Oh man, no, mysteries are hot right now.
I don't think people should throw rocks at the glass onion. That's Daniel Craig. He's getting negative press. Don't throw rocks
at a glass onion. Because I will find out who did it.
People are like, finish that phrase. In your mind, what's the rest of that phrase?
How does that keep going?
In your mind, what's the meaning of that?
Daniel, I think all of us here at the Hollywood Press Association, we all agree that you have the floor. Finish whatever it is the fuck you just started.
Yeah, does stuff ever happen at like the Oscars or the Emmys or whatever, like Golden Globes?
Yeah.
Where it's like it's the talk of the night, but it's like not famous people. It's like one of the seat fillers tripped and he went, whoa! He rolled down the aisle. No, it wasn't on camera. This was one of their commercials.
Kate Winslet just told me about it.
But everyone remembers it as that.
Yeah. When they take that picture at the Vanity Fair party in the mirror,
yeah.
They were all laughing about that.
It was the year Anthony Hopkins ran on stage and yelled Baba Booey during a commercial break. It's just for us Hollywood folks, but you know. Baba Booey. it was when he's doing Hannibal acting. I Baba Booeyed him.
Baba Booeyed him.
And then I talked to Robin. So let me get this straight. You ate her liver with Chianti?
Chianti? Does Howard Stern drink? I bet he doesn't.
Howard Stern parties, dude. No, I don't. He's got a big nose. He probably's accidentally done cocaine.
Just stepping into a Hollywood party.
Yeah. It takes a big breath. I think that rumor about cats and babies you're referring to is Howard Stern breathing. Don't have Howard Stern's like silica gel, man. You gotta be careful having him around. Stuff will suck up all the oxygen.
Do you think anyone ever got like a COVID swab? And then they do like the rapid
that's part
test.
of my book, The Truth.
They do it, and they're like, "No, you're not. You're clear for COVID, but you did test positive for cocaine and ketamine.
You got some cocaine in there.
You got a lot of cocaine in there.
Can I lick that swab after you guys test it?
Can I? Hey,
I left that.
Can I have that swab back?
Can I have that back?
It's part of my book, The Truth.
Oh, that's my book. It's The Truth, the truth about the lie. Parentheses.
They lied.
They lied. No, COVID's back. I read this thing earlier that was like, they officially are pushing the COVID is back narrative. Yeah. They have the two most famous women.
Why do they have to push it?
Well, it's art. You gotta understand. There's r/conspiracy, which has been taken over by bots and by people complaining about the bots.
Okay.
And then there's r/conspiracy_commons, which is where you go to get a trial. You go there for 30 days if you don't get banned.
Okay.
They let you join the other one.
Okay.
So it's more fun to look at the one of potentially banned people.
Okay.
This guy said, look, they're pushing the narrative that COVID's back using the two most famous women in America having it. Oprah and Jill Biden.
Yeah, she's the most famous woman in America.
I know. No one watches Oprah anymore.
She's not even on the air.
I know. It should have been Joe Biden and Beyonce.
Yeah. And also, no Jill Biden.
No, I was joking about the Jill. I like how you went with the Oprah. No, Oprah's still famous, probably.
Yeah, Oprah's still pretty famous, but yeah, no, I think
Jill
Biden
Biden is less famous than Oprah.
I think she might be.
Jill Biden. That's how you find out the government is corrupt, is that the Republicans are like, yeah, Hunter Biden's doing these illegal painting money launderings. And I don't know if you know this, but Jill Biden has had a daytime TV show for 40 years. And she makes so much money.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's got Jill magazine, Jill's book picks.
Yeah. She's got a whole network.
Yeah.
JWN. Yeah. Jill Winfrey Network.
Yeah. Jill World News.
Jill World News.
No, Joe Biden and Taylor Swift and Oprah. Kill, fuck, marry.
I'm gonna kill Jill Biden
Really?
if I can get away with it.
You're gonna
Do I
go to
get away
jail?
with it? I was gonna say, do I get away with this? Well, I'm gonna go to jail no matter who I kill.
This is a fun way to get people. All right, Trump, Biden, Clinton, kill, fuck, marry. It's like, well, I would kill Trump. We got him.
We got him.
That's how they get to Harris. They're like interrogating him. And it's days.
Yeah.
And they're like, why don't we just play a simple game of kill, fuck,
Listen,
marry?
here's a little rice.
Here's some rice. Who would you rather fight? It's a simple question. Let's start with fuck. Who you trying to fuck?
Yeah, you trying to fuck?
I mean, Biden's cute. Trump's cute. Trump's cute. It's a guy in a suit, like an FBI agent in a suit, interrogating.
It's the last time someone called Biden cute.
Biden's cute. Trump's cute. They probably know what they're doing. You know, Obama can get it.
Yeah.
And then let's say Mary. I mean, that's just like a simple who you're going to live with.
Well, Obama's...
They're playing MASH. They're like, we warmed them up by playing MASH. And making one of those fortune tellers where you go like, 1, 2, what are those called?
Fortune teller things.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then what do you call gypsies?
Yeah. Do you want to see how to draw a really cool S?
I try to draw an S. Anyways, let's play Kill, Fuck, Marry. It's an FBI agent wearing like a zip-up pajamas. But under you can see he has a suit and tie. And like he's like wearing a
zipped
wire.
halfway down his chest.
He's got sunglasses on.
So he can still get into his gun.
The FBI has moved on from entrapping autistic kids online into getting Muslim 12-year-old girls at sleepovers.
To admit that they want to kill Trump.
Yeah.
Guantanamo
We've got
Bay
them on
is-
suspicion of killing Justin Bieber. Also, it sounds like they're going to rape Timothy Chalamet and they're going to propose to Pete Davidson.
Also,
Who would pick
I
that?
really wish Guantanamo Bay could compete in a double Dutch competition.
This is inhumane. They aren't even letting these kids get modern culture. They're reading J14 magazine. Joel and Benji from Good Charlotte on the cover, kissing Hillary Duff.
Not timeless.
Not old enough.
At least give him a tiger beat. Let him learn about history.
Yeah, that's fun. That is fun. That is true. At what point? You think there's ever a dentist's office that's like, no one gets that we're doing like a bit with these old magazines. Everyone comes and they complain about the magazines, but it's like, yeah, obviously Tiger Beat from 1975 hasn't been left here before.
Yeah.
Clearly I bought this.
Yeah, no one brought this in earlier and left it.
Yeah, like, come on, man. It's not like, how long do you think this office has been open? This part of town used to be a marsh.
Look at me, I'm a young, hot dentist.
Yeah. You think me, a 40-year-old dentist, is... You think I read Mad magazine?
From 1962?
That'd probably be hard. You got Mad magazine in the dentist's office,
Yeah.
and then everyone you're drilling their teeth, but then they're getting it.
Yeah, they're like, ha!
They're like, oh,
The one spy had a bomb.
yeah. They called it jeers, and everyone was being mean to Norm.
I get it.
He came in and they went, how's it hanging, Norm? And then he went, long and strong. And they went, no, it's not.
Ew. And wrong.
Hey, Norm, how's it hanging? You know, like a guy whose wife left him. Big laugh from the audience.
Ah! Get this guy his own show.
Hey, Norm, you thirsty? You know it. Vera doesn't fuck me anymore.
She hasn't made dinner in a decade.
You're watching updated Cheers.
Modern
You're
Cheers.
watching dubbed over Cheers. We dubbed it for the new market.
The nude market?
That too.
Oh,
How much would it take to get Ted Danson to film a CGI nude?
I think CGI he probably might not have a huge problem with. I'd have a huge problem in my pants.
I've got a huge problem called the boner that I thought was only for women.
Has Ted Danson ever appeared nude?
Google it.
Do you think Ted Danson
That's
has
kind
ever...
of weird if you can find blackface photos of a guy and not nudes.
That's true.
That's an old school problem.
Ted Danson. Well, listen, he had Whoopi's permission.
Yeah, that
she's an authority on everything.
On comedy and history. She played Mom's Mabley.
Ted Danson nude. Okay, so you can see his butt.
Oh, really? Huh.
And he's holding his...
Let's break Eric's laptop real quick, turning it into a pad. Yeah, why? What's this from?
Cousins.
Oh, of course. Kissing Cousins?
From 1989.
Oh, so it's classic era Danson nude.
Well, there's penises, and I got excited for a second, but it's just ads.
I'm surprised that one didn't make the Mr. Skin top 20.
It's got 4.5 stars.
Who's on Mr. Skin recently?
I don't know.
Because they do news. I don't know if you know this. No, I didn't. I meant Mrs. Skin, not Mr. Skin. I meant the one for ladies.
Oh.
But I want to know, like, who are the most recent male nude scenes that everyone's talking about? Who's the true detective of guys' balls? You know what I mean?
I'm not seeing anything for Mrs. Skin.
Mrs. Smith. There's no website for Mrs. Skin?
I mean, I typed it in.
They've gone too far. The censoring of the internet has gone too far.
Maybe if I go to MrSkin.com.
First they take down tag the sponsor. Now
oh, Jesus, man. This is way too racy for just the front page.
What's the front page? Enter. It's if you're over 18, enter here, and it's just a woman's vagina that you click.
There's no are you 18, and that's the first thing that you see when it opens.
Who are those people?
I don't know.
Looks like a French film.
It does. You know what? It does.
Let's get some video on demand going.
Nah, there's no like.
There's no male tab.
No.
Is Mr. Skin bisexual? Just all mixed together?
No, yeah. I think that's a dream you had. Oh, Jobs at Mr. Skin.
Who?
Oh.
Jobs?
Yeah, there was a heading at the bottom.
Steve Jobs?
Yeah, Steve Jobs was in it.
No, is that really what that was in reference to?
No.
Oh, jobs, like you can get hired to
Yeah.
work. Oh, I thought that Ashton Kutcher Steve Jobs movie
Had a hot,
somehow someone was like,
steamy sex
you can
scene
see a
in
nip
that.
through a bra. Meant 25 minutes in. They have a body double butt crack in the Apple Steve Jobs movie.
Oh, you got anything good going on?
I'm applying to a new job when I get home. I'm thinking of changing career paths.
What movie was it where they were like working frantically on a Mr. Skin website and then someone comes in and it's just like, oh yeah, Mr. Skin.
I think that's Knocked Up. I don't.
It is Knocked Up.
Is it?
Yeah, it is Knocked Up.
What a funny juxtaposition, because it's about seeing women as objects, whereas Seth Rogen now has to learn to see a woman as a partner in raising a child. And also, it's like, oh, the Mr. Skin thing has passed them by.
Yeah.
Much as Seth Rogen's time to be focused on that type of thing has passed him by.
It's passed him by. He has to focus on not getting a job.
God damn, the Coen brothers are deep.
I know.
Who made
So
that?
layered.
Wait, who made that?
It was Fellini.
Fellini?
It was his last film.
The Kubrick joint.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that into movies. A Stanley Kubrick joint.
Could that be the name of like my production company?
A Stanley Kubrick
The
joint.
Stanley Kubrick joint.
I watched Do the Right Thing the other day, man. That people are angry in that movie.
They're a little hot.
They're hot and they're angry.
Yeah.
The tension is rising.
Just like the dough on the pizza.
And I
Damn,
whoa,
Stanley
damn,
Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick is fucking
Damn,
deep.
Stanley, you done it again.
Deep like a deep dish.
Damn, Kubrick, you done it again. My man Kubrick hitting all homies.
Hitting all homies. He's giving out pussy.
He punched Mookie in that one scene.
That's true.
Stanley Kubrick killed Radio Raheem. He flew over from England and beat him to death with a camera.
Why wouldn't you want music in your pizza place?
I don't want music in my pizzeria. I hate how he says pizzeria in that movie. That's like such a good movie, but then the way Danny Aiello says pizzeria, it's
A
like,
pizzeria!
it's like, cut.
Danny, have you been eating pizza back there?
Did you burn your tongue between takes? Only on this word?
What's going on with you?
When my family came here from Italy, we opened this pizzeria.
Pizzeria!
Pizzeria. We say it the way Italians do. Pizzeria.
Pizzerio.
Pizzerias. We pluralize it.
Pizzerias.
It's one of those worlds you pluralize when it's a singular. It's a pizzerias.
Pizzerios.
No, man, but Mookie, he's right, though, because Mookie at one point, he goes on a delivery, but then he just has sex with his girlfriend. And there's that scene.
With the ice cube?
Yeah, in that scene, it's set up because the girlfriend orders a pizza.
Yeah.
And then he delivers it, and then that's their excuse to, like, have sex.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, it was, like, the guise of him coming over. But hypothetically, like, she's paying a delivery fee. The restaurant's taking a lot of that, you got to imagine.
Yeah.
He's not getting any sort of employee discount, which you got to assume he would have if she would have just been like, Mookie, can you bring me a pizza? Instead, they're doing some scam. So he's like, they're paying money to
He's
fuck.
getting pimped out.
Yeah.
By the pizzeria. Pizzeria!
Pizzeria. And also, it's like, Danny Aiello's character, he works the phones of the pizzeria, and so that he can say that word as much as possible. No, you got the wrong number. It's pizzeria.
Pizzeria.
But then he goes, he's the one who takes the addresses. So wouldn't he be like, hey, it's also a small neighborhood.
Yeah.
So wouldn't he be like, hey, every day we get this order for a 2-block away delivery to a woman who has the same voice as your girlfriend / baby mama.
Yeah.
And
also, you come back after an hour.
You come back an hour later, smelling like sex, but also clearly having just showered. So it's like weird.
Yeah. Like, you're still, like...
You're, like, smiling from post-sex, but you just showered.
Mookie, remember to take your shower cap off the next time you try and pull this fucking
Either
prank.
one of those would be a problem. If you came back having just showered, I'd be like, what the fuck? And if you came back clearly having just had sex, I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't know why you're like, I'll double down.
That would be funny to...
Also, we pool tips. So what the fuck?
Come on, man. One of us is going to get to fuck her one day. We pool our tips.
That is wild because he has a salary. He's a weekly salary.
Yeah.
Of
$12.
No, I think $250 a week. Because at the end of the movie he wants the money. But yeah, I think it's $250 because he throws $500 at him, and then Mookie throws back 2 of the hundreds, and then it's like, I owe you 50.
What?
I'm doing like a math and algebra test, trying to remember how much he gets paid. Remembering that 5x gets thrown, and he only is supposed to have 2x.
Why?
Yeah. So I think he gets $250 a week. But in the 90s, $250 a week for a job where it's like a salary delivery job.
Yeah. He was doing great.
And he's keeping tips. And he gets to fuck.
And he gets to fuck on the clock.
Shower. Hey, you can fuck on work clock time, but you shower on your own damn time.
I want to smell it.
Vito, go towel him down. Remember there's those 2 brothers?
Yeah.
It's the brother. It's John Turturro's brother's like, look, I love you, pal, but I just don't like how you fucking toweling down Mookie every day after his sex.
His sexcapades.
Come on, dude, just like us, Tino.
Do you know what that movie was based on?
The riots.
It was based on Spike Jonze' time spent growing up in New York.
No.
Spike Jonze.
Spike Jonze.
Spike Jonze.
And then he told Spike Lee.
Do you think...
Which Spike Jonze?
Do you think...
Was the conversation a guy playing 80s punk music and then being like, oh, and then the pizza guy got in a fight? Or was the conversation, and then the pizza guy, woo!
There's a boombox.
Remember old Spike Jonze?
There's a boombox.
The old guy. Spike Jones, the old one.
Do you think Spike Jones ever met Mike Jones? And Mike Jones is like, Mike Jones! And Spike is like, Spike Jones!
You think he's ever been playing volleyball? Gets set up real nice. Boom.
Spike Jones!
Spikes. It looks like I spiked Jones. And it's just Johnny Knoxville high-fiving the team of Jackass. It's Casper's Crew. It's a little Casper's Crew volleyball.
Do you want to call it? Should we get in touch with Bam?
No.
I'm worried about him.
No, but Spike Jones, Do the Right. Have you seen Do the Right Thing?
Yeah.
They should call that movie Do the Wrong Thing.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
kill a
everybody
guy.
does. They kill a guy.
And that guy's racist.
The cops kill a guy. Everyone's mad. Mookie's fucking at work. Which at the end of the day, it's like, that is a problem. I like how Spike Jones was like, you know what? Both sides are wrong. Because, like, sure, white people are racist, but hey, black people get pussy on the clock. It's like both sides have their issues. We're constantly playing cool music.
Yeah.
Too loudly.
Yeah.
And having sex.
And
you know, white guys are racist and choke us to death.
And don't know how to say pizzeria.
Pizzeria. That became Spike Jones and Danny Aiello at like the 30th anniversary of. We're doing a screening. 35th. That came out in 1989. We're already past there. And Danny Aiello's just like, yeah, Spike wanted my character to have even though he's like kind of a likable guy. He wanted him.
He gave Mookie a job, you know.
Yeah, he's not. He tells his kids not to be racist, and
even though he is vehemently racist.
Well, no, the dad's not racist.
The
dad's only downfall is he doesn't like hip hop music.
Yeah,
and he's trying to fuck Mookie's sister.
Oh yeah, I forgot about all that stuff.
Those are the two things, the two negative until the end when everyone's angry, which is like you can't count that. Like everyone's doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But no, the dad is vaguely supposed to be a good guy, except for that, and the fact that he doesn't like Mookie having sex at work.
Yeah, which, as we've gone over, is honestly a problem.
Is a problem. There's a health department, you know. I know Mookie thinks it's funny that he put up his own letter that says A+ 69 rating, but that's. The health department did give us a B.
They gave us a B-. Because
the pussy juice on his fingers got through the boxes on some of the slices.
I get anchovies.
Yeah. No, he's trying to fuck Mookie's sister, and then Mookie's like, stay away from my sister, Sal. And then Sal's like,
I'm going to fuck your sister.
No, Sal's like offended, and he's like, you think I'm trying to fuck your sister? And then Mookie's like, yeah, I'm the director, and that's like the.
I wrote the script.
If the audience didn't get that, I've done a bad job.
That would be great if in the middle of that movie, he just turns around like he's like arguing with Danny Aiello, and then at some point he just turns around and goes, I wrote this movie.
I wrote this whole movie.
More writer-directors should do that.
You can't talk to me that way. I'm directing this movie.
Directing this film.
That is true. You think Danny Aiello ever got too into character and was bossing around Spike Lee on set? It's like, you work for me at the pizzeria.
Hey, we yelled cut.
Yeah.
You work for me on this set.
No, that's what Danny Aiello says when they do the retrospective interviews. He's like, Spike Lee wanted my character to be he needed to up the ante and make me more unlikable, even though I'm not doing that much wrong. So he found the most annoying way for me to say pizzeria. And then
It took me so long.
Yeah, we figure if my kid's saying the N-word the whole time, and Radio Raheem's playing
hip hop
loudly in people's ears against their will.
And I'm going pizzeria.
It kind of all evens out. People are so distracted by my pronunciation.
What the fuck?
That they overlook that, like, until he just no, it is kind of fucked up because he does go, I only want Italian Americans on my wall.
Yeah.
But then again, what if I was like, I only want photos of black people on my wall?
Yeah.
And then people were like, why? I'm like, I don't know.
I just like them.
I like them.
I think they're cool.
I like them. Imagine that. Imagine it's a pizza place, and some new guy comes in. He's like, "Hey, my family just moved to the neighborhood. We're from Guatemala." And then some guy's just like, "Great, I'll go on Wikipedia, look up most famous celebrities from Guatemala, print out a picture,
A lot of baseball players.
pop it up on the wall." This is Sal's famous pizzeria. You know us.
This is pizzeria.
This is Sal's famous.
Guatemalan pizzeria.
No, anyone who comes in, we put a photo of their race
current,
on the wall.
their current most famous celebrity.
Yeah. Sal, how come you don't got any pictures of black people up there? Because my computer ran out of ink. Finish a slice and get it. That'd be a good joke. I should go back. I should write for a remake.
Yeah. Hey man, they just redid White Men Can't Jump.
That's true.
My mortal enemy, Jack Harlow.
Dad, do the right thing remake, but everyone's white. I guess.
Everyone's white. Jack Harlow's the star. Jack Harlow's Mookie.
No, do the right
No,
thing.
do like a race swap.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out is how we would do the race swap.
Yeah. Jack Harlow, Mookie.
You're telling me trying to come into here to you're telling me you're trying to come into my restaurant, Tony B's famous chicken and waffles.
Yeah, Terry Crews is running a fried chicken place.
Terry Crews running a fried chicken place and he pronounces it the chicken.
Fried chicken.
Chicken.
Fried
chicken. Hey, excuse me, famous Freddie T. Why aren't there any photos of white people on the wall? Oh, I had the red drink.
I had the red drink and the ribs.
Really funny. It's like in Nulu, and it's like, there's like a Peruvian family-owned chicken place just opened.
Yeah.
And then it's just a bunch of white people who are like, we're your primary business here for business lunches. There should be photos of Ally McBeal on the wall.
Can I get...
There should be photos of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. I would love...
I want a photo of Jack from 30 Rock on the wall.
Can I get a picture of George W. Bush on the wall, please?
Please, come on. Your primary business is us coming in and going, I'll have the non-spicy.
I'll have the 0 level.
Have it without the flavor.
With
the spices.
Can you just give me plain chicken?
What is that? It's on there. It's so hot. It's salt.
Salt.
No salt.
Yeah, no salt from me.
That's always funny when people are like, white people don't put no salt on food. It's like, that's the only thing they know.
Yeah, that's all they do is
the
just
only
pour
one.
salt on their food.
Shit's crazy, man.
It's like if you're going to make fun of our beautiful culture,
yeah,
at least inform yourself. We
Oh, yeah.
fucking love salt.
You know, because comedy, this is, you know,
Did
this.
you look at a salt and pepper shaker on your parents' dining room table?
Oh, yeah.
That's
the
salt,
only thing.
empty. Pepper, dusty on top.
Dusty on top. No hot sauce bottle.
No. I remember
Salt.
when I was over at my parents one time, I was making something. I needed some red pepper flakes. Dusty.
Dusty.
Very dusty.
Hell yeah.
That spice rack. I tried to spin the spice rack.
Yeah.
It was just like... it just wouldn't move. It hadn't moved in 15 years.
No, we're reaching a peak era of no lack of truth in comedy.
No lack of truth in
No,
comedy?
a lack of truth in
Oh,
comedy.
a lack of truth. Because everyone's lying all the time about what they do.
No, but all of comedy now is like I saw an SNL sketch where it's about like a store where we have like women's clothes because all women are in like weird body shapes. So they're just advertising that we have like this type of shape woman and this type of shape. And at the end of the ad, they go, and visit our the men's version of our store, literally anywhere. And then it's just
Not
Bobby
true.
Moore. Exactly. And if anything, men have more big and tall specific stores.
Yeah.
But you know what? That sketch, you could tell it was funny because the SNL audience was laughing.
Oh, wow.
So then,
Well, who am I to judge?
so you know what I mean? You can make a sketch where you're like, white people don't use salt, and people will laugh.
People
and then
will
you
laugh.
have Phoebe Bridgers do a song.
Why?
And then you
people
do a
know
sketch about
salt?
like, hey, white people die from using too much salt. And that same audience is like, so true.
So,
So true.
Happened to my dad.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah. White people do be like, though.
Also, I don't want to be racist, but I bet there's plenty. I don't want to be racist, but I bet there's plenty of black people with perfectly fine credit scores. I think some of these jokes seem racist. Because I'll be at a show and it'll be like, oh, I'll date it. You don't mess around with a white woman, or you know what happens. Your credit goes up. And then I'm like, that's racist.
And also, that seems like a good reason to mess with a white woman.
That seems racist.
What is the downside to that?
You know what they say? Once you go black, the bank
steals your money.
The bank puts a notice in that you participate in miscegenation. And they lower your credit score.
The bank freezes your account, so Daryl can't come in here with your card and withdraw all your money.
I dated I would date white women, but I don't want them to go to jail. And the whole audience is like, that's so true.
That's so true. Interracial relationships are illegal.
Yeah, they're illegal. They're illegal, and knowing a black person means you have bad credit. It's so true.
Don't work with any black people.
Because that's like, here's how I know that joke's not true. Is I'm white, and I've never even thought of credit scores.
I have no idea.
So if a black guy's thinking of a credit score joke, he's thinking of it more than I am. He's at least aware that he has one.
He probably knows his.
He knows how good or bad his
Even
is.
if it's 12,
Yeah.
he knows what it is.
If you showed me the number, I wouldn't even know how to react.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, I don't know. You had a little bit of a credit card rotisserie thing going there for a while. You got any credit cards
Are
yet?
you talking about how I go to Kroger and buy all those chickens every day? I'd say I'm giving them to the poor, and then they go, we can see you eat them.
You eat them in the parking lot.
You eat them as soon as you get out of the aisle. They go paper or plastic. You go belly. And then you start eating them.
And you grab a leg.
And the people behind you get pissed. And then you go, just scan their stuff. There's two bagging things. I moved to the one on the right. Scan their stuff and put it in there.
I already paid. I'll grab my bags in a minute, man.
I would put it on the other lane, but it's closed. I would eat my chicken on the other lane, but it's closed.
It would be great to like get a rotisserie chicken and then just use.
I keep elbowing the bagger, like in that way, like when you're on a plane and the person's not giving you enough spot. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm gonna go get like some Kroger sushi and then just go up to an unoccupied lane and just use the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
It's like,
ooh. That would be fun. You get a bunch of sushi. You would take two people. You just sit there with chopsticks.
Yeah.
And then I put it on dishes and send it down. And then you choose. You go, I'll take this one. And then slowly just like a big pile's collecting at the end of it. We're playing Japan.
playing Japan today.
We're playing Japan. Why is the belt going so slow? I stuffed a bunch of bags into
I
it.
stuffed a bunch of fucking wasabi in there.
I put a little rug on it. It slowed it. It's smoking. Which is bad because this fish is supposed to be uncooked.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
What's your go-to sushi roll? What do you do? Fucking California roll?
Nothing.
Bitch?
I don't even know. What is a California roll? Crab?
Imitation crab, avocado, and cream cheese.
Sounds good. I like just cream cheese. I like just cream cheese, tempura. Fried
cream cheese.
Nah, sushi's whatever, man. I don't like good sushi. Like I don't like eel and shit.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, just give me crab. And if you're just gonna give me crab, you might as well just give me like not crab. Just
give me nothing.
Why
don't
don't
you just
give
leave?
me rice and anything? No, I like when people are like, oh, I'm a vegan and I eat sushi.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you get? And they're like, rice, sweet potato,
Tamago.
What's tamago?
It's like an egg.
I was gonna
thing.
say they couldn't have that. They're vegan.
Vegans don't eat eggs.
What?
Doesn't kill anybody.
Vegans don't even.
I know they don't eat eggs.
Vegans don't even use
Condoms.
Yeah. The other ones I know. Actually, I don't know. They wouldn't have sex with me. I was eating a big sandwich.
I was in the middle of folding over a calzone.
One time I was in Oklahoma City, and I posted in Oklahoma City vegans.
Yeah.
And I said, come to this show, everybody.
And they were like, will there be vegan food?
And then this girl was in the front row, and she told me that she came from the vegan thing. She's like, I saw in the vegan group.
Yeah.
I think she was trying to flirt with me.
Mm-hmm.
But then during my show, I just told an anecdote about eating too much barbecue.
And she left.
And then I saw her make a face that was like, oh.
Ruined this poor girl's dreams.
I know.
She thought she was going to get a little strange.
Yeah, she brought like her mom and her stepdad too.
Well, that's a weird way to get
be
strange.
like, hey.
Good stock.
Don't worry, they'll take an Uber home.
We drove separate.
Don't worry, I've got my own key.
We drove separate.
I have my own key to the house. You got your own key to this place?
Of course.
Oh, damn, hell
Not that I ever leave.
Hell yeah. You think people are ever dating like they're dating a big time drug dealer?
Yeah.
But they're at the point where they're ready to move in.
Yeah.
They're like, I mean, I stay here all the time.
Yeah.
Half my stuff's here. Can I just have my own key? And he's like, you're ready to push that
You're
kind of
ready
weight?
Jesus.
You think just sleeping with me? You think
You think you know your way around the streets?
you think knowing how to run this town is sexually transmitted?
Oh my god.
You ever push a key?
No.
That'd be fun. You're on the streets and you're just pushing. And you're like, hey, this could go anywhere. This could unlock anything. $5.
Mystery key.
$5 is good. It could unlock.
Do you want $5 or a mystery key?
It's gonna unlock the key to your lover's heart.
This could unlock the White House's gate.
I'll tell you what this key is. It's a conversation starter. People see this on your keyring, they go, what's that do? You go, I tell you what it opens. A fucking anecdote. You put your leg up on that thing. Wait, are you the Bible guy?
No.
No.
That looks like your suitcase. And honestly, who else's could it be?
It seems way heavier now. As if it's full of keys.
And it's jingling quite a
As if
bit.
It's full of keys. How heavy was that with all those books?
Not very heavy.
Wow. The word of the Lord.
Word of the
weighed
Lord
nothing.
it weighs nothing when I carry.
It's light on
because
your soul.
It's light on my soul.
Hey, that's a good riddle. What's one thing that you can carry with you that actually lightens your load?
Jesus Christ.
The love of Christ.
The love of Christ. It's one thing that you can carry with you that lightens
That
your
is
load.
a really
Your mom.
your mom. If Christians were into riddles, if they weren't like
If the Bible was just a riddle.
no, if the Bible wasn't specifically like, hey, riddles, logic puzzles, no.
No way.
Don't do that stuff. Don't. It's not Christian to trick people into thinking that there was like two dads who were doctors when one of them was the mom.
11th commandment. No goofing around.
Yeah. No fucking logic puzzles.
No tricking people.
Tricks.
Not everyone's brain works that way, okay?
No, but that would be pretty good, that logic puzzle.
Yeah.
What can y'all carry with you that lightens your load? Fifth grader in the front of church.
Yes.
And then he's like, a balloon. No.
But
A 55-year-old dad in the back.
your mom.
Oh, I'll be seeing him in confession. Always a riot. You, 11th grader, who's scared to graduate, because then people will realize you're a weirdo who's really into church. Now you're like, well, I'm just studying for religion class.
What are you going to do after that?
Once you go to college, where your roommate will be like, that guy leaves every Sunday morning
In a
for
tie.
a few hours.
In a tie.
That's weird.
Weird.
He knows what the E bus is. It's the one that goes to the east side of town by the church. No one uses that.
Who gets on
Who
that?
gets on that? And then that kid goes, the word of the Lord. And then the priest goes, bingo.
Nerd.
Someone's won a lifetime of no pussy.
The old man in the back stumbles up drunk. Hell yeah!
Look, I know coffee and donuts comes after mass, but technically, what's the difference between donuts and these little crackers? Can't I just do the thing on the donuts?
Yeah.
Can't
Bless this donut, your father. Your father.
Can't the, like, you know what I mean? The host, because that's what it is, it's a host.
Yeah.
Can't the donuts and coffee be as good of a host for
Yeah.
the body and blood?
Also, I find it to be a very bad
Again,
host.
Jesus wasn't hot-blooded.
I find it to be a very bad host where he's like, all right, here's a shitty snack and now drink my blood. It's like, why'd I come over?
No, the host is the stuff, because God goes into the cracker.
And what's the blood?
You know, that's actually the thing that different Christian groups argue about.
Yeah, I know.
Is they're like,
No.
Is the cracker a symbol for God? Or when we say this prayer, is God really going into the
What is it, like
cracker?
transubstantiation or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the argument of like, is this just a dumb symbol? Or is this like, are we really doing some
I
black
think
magic?
aren't Catholics kind of the only ones that are like, it's magic?
We're doing some black magic.
Yeah, we're doing.
You might as well be eating your brother's scab.
Same diff.
Same diff, dude.
Little crunch,
Yeah.
blood.
My church group's always going to see Twilight. Like, these folks ain't so different, you know? I'm not transubstantiating. I'm going to start doing that with comedy shows. I'm going to be like, by the way, my t-shirts get you into heaven.
By the way, God likes my T-shirt.
I did a prayer of indulgences. That's funny because it's like they called them indulgences.
Yeah.
That'd be like if you called working out like too much dessert.
Calories.
It's like, I had a little bit too much premarital sex. I'm gonna need an indulgence.
Give me one of them indulgences.
Ooh, I've been swearing. I need an indulgence.
I stole.
Here's a fatted calf. I'd like to purchase an indulgence.
Yeah.
I saw you last night. It looked like you purchased an indulgence. That one with the lady with the red hair.
Good Lord.
How much you pay her for that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fatted calf. You had a fucking fatted mule.
Holy crow. Riding an ass into town. You rode one to bed. That's true. And Jesus rode in on a fatted ass.
I think that's in the Bible.
You don't think that? No, it's totally about. There's a quote where it's like,
Well, listen, they don't know what
Jesus
it is. so-
rode a fat ass hard until he came, and then you flip the page and it's into Bethlehem.
No. It's just that, as they say, like, stuff gets translated over and over. Jesus just had a really fat, juicy ass.
Yeah.
He rode in with his fat, juicy ass.
It's funny that they were translating shit, and they were like, "Hey, it's like they're saying it in Greek. This
Yeah.
conversation's happening in Greek, but they're like, what is the English word for donkey?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, there's two. There's donkey or ass."
Ass.
They're like, "Well, I guess we'll use the funny ones." Because there's all those swears in the Bible.
Yeah.
And it's like, couldn't you have just used a different word? You're already translating it.
Yeah, just say donkey.
Yeah.
Mule.
Just say horny dog.
Genetic dead end.
Yeah. This fucking genetic data.
Burrow.
Burrow. Jesus fucked a burrow until he busted.
But until he hath busted.
Not all of the Bible makes sense. For instance, we all know Jesus wouldn't eat out a burrow. That's it's like
Ridiculous.
it's a metaphor.
He's a man of
I
God.
think some of these we went too far.
Us?
And then Jesus spanked a burrow.
And then-
The translator.
And then in order to return away from Bethlehem,
Judas, you're being a real burrow.
being a real horse's burrow.
Yeah. So Jesus could walk on water.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think he could skateboard on water?
I don't see why not.
Because the skateboard...
All he has to do is transubstantiate the skateboard.
That was my question. Because, otherwise it's like... He's like, hey, check it out. And he jumps off the dock.
Yeah.
And then hits the water. And it's like his feet keep going. Deck slowly floats down into the water.
You know that thing where you...
Imagine him on a wakeboard.
Ooh.
But for some reason, the board is under the water.
Yeah, and he's just still going.
Yeah, he's like, people are like, well, this is weird. It's dragging the boat a lot. We should probably just get rid of that board.
Apparently, there is a controversy in the wakeboarding community. There is this thing now where you do go underwater. It's got they look sort of like moon boots almost.
Oh,
where
and a jetpack.
you can kind of
The wakeboarding community has been picking up Peruvian children from the village on jetpacks.
You can kind of dunk the thing underwater, and then the thing will pop you back out of the water, and you can do a cool trick.
Eric lifted his legs.
That's my idea of a cool trick.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to say you hold the board.
That's funny, but it's I don't give a shit about someone touching the board. So people are like, I go in the air and then I do a trick. And it's well, the trick is just you touching the board. Why isn't the trick you go in the air and you put a needle through your arm?
Yeah.
You go in the air and then you you guess my grandma's
this your
name
card
or something.
Yeah. My phone's unlock code.
Yeah. You go into the air and then you tell people the Konami code.
Up, down, left, right, something.
No, so they do that. They pop up.
Yeah, and I guess other wakeboarders are mad at him, or I think surfers are mad at him. Surfers are mad at everybody.
Surfers are it was one thing when you got a boat involved.
But now you're getting springs.
What the? We're so far behind.
I'm still putting wax on mine.
Yeah, imagine a world where surfers don't know about wakeboarding, and then you see it one day.
What?
It's what the fuck?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Holy shit!
Jesus, man. I feel like I've had a horse-drawn carriage for the past decade, and you got a fucking Model T.
That'd be fun if the world was like that, and then somehow skateboarding was going on when people still had horses and buggies. And then those cultures combine, and then people are like, what if we jump the buggy off of the ramp?
I'm going to do a 360 McFlip over the buggy.
The Hex games. What did they used to call it? I think they used to call X. Something weird.
Yeah, hexes?
No, X. Didn't X used to be one of those things where it's Z?
Oh.
Where there's a...
I have no idea.
Or how Germans put that line in 7. That's so funny. They're like, oh, it's a 7, and they put a line, and there's a German 7. You remember that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, they like having their things.
But no one else. What?
They like having things.
They're like,
that
oh,
are
it's a Somalian 9.
You've never seen a Somalian 9? Because I have.
That's probably why everyone thought Germany was going too far.
Because they were
it's one thing to take over Poland, but
you can't have 7.
You can't have one of the integers.
What?
You can't change an integer.
7 is 7.
Who do you think you are, Gregorian from the calendar? You can't just change shit. Also, that German 7, it's pretty clear what that guy was trying to draw.
Yeah, he just fucked up. And then he was like, well, that can be a German 7 instead.
I call it a German 7. I totally wasn't drawing a cool windmill.
He had to take a Nazi test, and they were like, draw a swastika.
Yeah.
And then he was like, independent study.
Yeah.
We need a German 7.
A German 7.
Who would you rather have, a German 7 or a Somalian 9?
Ooh, hey, that's a good one. A German 7. It's like a photo of... I'm going to tell my kids this was a German 7. And it's just David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff eating a cheeseburger.
I'm going to tell my kids this was a German 7. And it's a photo of Hitler. I'm like, he could do better. He could do better, but also you wouldn't kick him out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, you would. Come on. I bet that little stash fucking tickles the clit.
No, Germans, that's
gross.
true, man. That's funny because they were like, what are we gonna let happen? Are we gonna let it's the match of the century? Who will redefine a basic symbol? Will it be the Germans with their 7 or the Jews with the star? Who will win? Turns out both of them are just fringe things that weirdos
care about.
They just exist in wingdings.
Yeah.
They thought both those groups thought they were gonna change the damn world.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you just put some wingdings.
You just put some wingdings in that shit.
Wingdings. That'd be a great name for a podcast.
Wingdings.
That should have been the name of this show.
Wingdings.
Wingdings.
Hey, we can do a spin-off where we eat wings.
Let's do a spin-off where we get a transcript of the show and then to change it into Wingdings and then read it. It's just like 4 hours of us being like Star Square.
Star
of David. Square,
9/11
German
thing.
7.
German
dollar
7.
sign. Thing that 2 towers and a plane.
Bone.
Skull.
Pirate ship.
The Prince symbol. Wingdings. That shit's so funny.
Shower head. Bike.
Because that means at some point someone was probably like, we're designing the keyboard. All right, letters. Obvious, gotta have them all. Numbers. I think we can get away with just the integers. We don't need an 11 and a 12 and a 13 and a 14.
I think we'll get. I think they'll figure it out.
100 key is necessary.
That would be great. Have like a custom keyboard, and then it just has this thing where you're like,
it's all the numbers. I can type in them all, one push of a button. It's that, and then they're like, going over their symbols. They're like, we'll have periods, dashes,
Yeah.
plus sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird star.
Divide.
That's not dividing the room. We can all agree on that. And then there was one guy who was like, balloons. They're like, no.
What about a pony?
What about a skull? What about... Shut up, Jonathan W.D.
Oh. Yeah, Wingdings is a family name.
Yeah, Wingdings.
It's a family name and a family company.
Yeah. You fail son of the... of the wing.
Jesus. My other son predicted 9/11.
Yeah, Jesus, he'll be in there. We gotta have a Jesus key. I would love to see a Wingdings keyboard. Just a full ass, like... You're typing away and then you're like, alright, well, THE, exploding star. You need it all quick.
The ideas are coming too fast. I need my Wingdings.
Wingdings was some illiterate person who was like, I'm going to be a court stenographer. Like, you can't do that. They use keyboards all typed. Like, I'll show you. Read back the transcript. Star, explosion, banana.
9/11.
No, I think you type in 9/11 and it's like a plane and a tower and a tower.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Because if you think about it, the 11s would have to be the same thing.
That's true.
Maybe it's a skull tower. If only we had Microsoft Word.
Yeah. You can't even get Microsoft
Can you
Word
change
anymore.
Facebook? Because you know you can change the language Facebook's in?
Yeah.
And then people are like, haha, I put it in British English.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why the fuck am I in military time all the time?
Why the fuck am I... Why... My aunt posted a picture of my nephew, and the caption is just dollar signs, pony.
Yeah. Can you change it to Wingdings?
No.
I'm going to change my phone to Wingdings.
You should. I'm sure you'll have a very easy way of turning it back.
Taylor Swift's always doing like cryptic messages.
To you?
Yeah. She always goes, me plus Maddie equal no more. Dan plus Taylor equal question.
Question? Winky face.
Yeah.
9/11.
9/11. That'd be awesome if Taylor Swift just put her new code as just a bunch of emojis. And then someone's like, oh, you put it into Wingdings. And it says my new album's coming out soon.
Yeah. No, Taylor Swift should release
says, hey,
an
everybody,
album.
vote for Biden. Just kidding.
JK.
Don't tell any racists I said that. I love that Taylor Swift's political position is like clearly I'm cool with LGBT community. Shut up, someone's walking by. All right, they're gone. Yeah, clearly I'm cool. No, obviously we should have universal healthy people.
Universally healthy.
Hello, the state of Tennessee. I love you all.
You're all beautiful, just the way you are. Don't you love taxes and paying them?
Yeah. Because it's about being yourself, which is why I'm wearing this. And then she slowly points, and you can't tell if she's pointing to like a rainbow dress or a classic Nashville cowboy hat. And then people are like, I don't know if she's saying it's okay to be country or what.
Okay.
If only she had written this in Wingdings.
I finally be able to understand it.
How much time are we at now?
We're at 1:18. You want to call it a day?
Yeah, I gotta go print some stuff before it starts raining again.
You got to print off some pictures of black people to hang on your wall.
Yeah, I gotta print off some pictures of people to hang on the wall. Hey, can I ask you a question, Andrea, on the air real quick? Eric's girlfriend / the homeowners here.
The homeowner. Yeah.
Why aren't there any pictures of black people on the walls?
I wanted to buy that velvet nude from.
Oh, so they can only be on the wall in a sexual context. You're just as bad as Sal.
You're just as bad.
Oh, damn it. There is a photo of a black person in this pizzeria.
Nab.
Well, then here's my second question. Where's the pizza? I thought this was a pizzeria.
We're going to give this place a little more of a pizzeria vibe.
Yeah.
Have a lot of signed pictures on the wall.
Listen up next week, folks, for when in the background you can hear poorly nailed photos falling off the wall. And then we'll go, who's that? And then Eric will go, that's Chinese actress Bai Ling.
That's Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle. Representing short people.
Oh, my God.